Let's see. What's going on? What's this?
The body scanner reveals the brutal truth about your body that your regular scale will never tell you. For weeks,
I made cookie dough you could eat by the spoonful, easily lose weight, and still hit your protein goals. But I'm not just stopping there. I'm showing you how to turn it into a high-protein, low-calorie cookie dough ice cream that's only 400 calories and packs in 56 grams of protein. I've spent years perfecting a healthy, edible cookie dough recipe that tastes exactly like real cookie dough. But you can eat so much of my version for not a lot of calories. By the way, recipes like this are straight out of my fat loss cookbook. Nearly 200 high-protein, low-calorie recipes that helped me lose over 100 pounds while building all the muscle I have today. First step, we need to heat treat our flour because yeah, raw flour can technically have. Does that stop me? No, I've eaten enough raw cookie dough in my life to build an immune system of a rhino. But for you, grab a dry pan and toss in half a cup of flour. We're gonna toast this on medium heat for around 6 to 7 minutes. This not only kills the bacteria that's in the flour, but also gives it a nutty, toasted, caramel-like flavor. That is next level. Honestly, this is great just for the flavor. If you forget about the bacteria, it's worth the effort. Stir it often so it doesn't burn. And once you smell that warm, nutty scent, remove from the heat and let it cool completely. While that's cooling, grab another bowl, add in 2 tablespoons of light butter. Now listen up, this is important. Not all light butters are created equal. I use the kind that's 35 calories per tablespoon. The packaging can look identical to one that's double the calories, so please read the nutrition label. You can use regular butter too, but it's triple the amount of calories. It's completely your call. Melt that in the microwave for about 30 seconds, then add in 24 grams of erythritol, my favorite sugar substitute because it has the same texture and taste as sugar. Now for the brown sugar hack. I never ever have brown sugar, so I just mix white sugar or white sugar free with a tiny bit of molasses. We only need half a tablespoon of molasses here. It's a game changer. It gives you that rich caramel brown sugar flavor. Finish it with a splash of vanilla extract and a pinch of salt. Whisk until the butter and the sweetener start to form a smooth, syrupy base. Now our flour has cooled, so we're going to add in the protein powder. 15 grams of whey protein powder, 15 grams of casein protein powder. Whey gives a creamy, sticky texture, and casein is denser and more like cookie dough. Stir the flour and the proteins together until the powders are evenly distributed. Then add a little bit of the dry ingredients to your wet bowl and mix. At first, it's super easy. Add some more dry to your wet. It's getting tougher. Add the rest. And if it gets too thick to mix, add the tiniest splash of almond milk. I never thought I'd complain about something being too hard to handle. When it gets this tough, you just got to beat your cookie dough. The goal is to use the least amount of liquid to get that thick, dense, moldable cookie dough. Once mixed, fold in 25 grams of mini chocolate chips. Always mini chocolate chips because 3 mini chocolate chips equals 1 regular size chocolate chip, which means you get more chocolate in every single bite for the same amount of calories. Scoop the dough into an airtight container, seal it up, and refrigerate it overnight. The flavors are going to marry and it's going to taste even better tomorrow. By the way, I've posted many other cookie recipes on Instagram Reels and TikTok. One that I keep making over and over again is this recipe right here. It's chocolate chip cookies. They're fudgy, they're gooey, they're so incredibly indulgent. I've made them for people that have no idea they're protein cookies and they absolutely love them. That's how good of a recipe that is. You've probably seen lots of my recipes and reels on Instagram and TikTok. Probably, you better be watching me on those platforms. And you probably see a lot of other creators too. How do you keep all these recipes organized? That's where Recipe comes in. Recipe organizes all your social media and website recipes in just seconds. Recipe is the easiest and best place to save all your favorite recipes on social media in one platform. I browse food all day long, and when I see a recipe I like, I want to keep track of it. For example, I absolutely love my Bang Bang chicken recipe. I'm telling you guys, it's so damn good. It's crispy, it's spicy, it's savory, it's tangy, it's sweet. It's all the flavors you want in one crunchy media that I automatically you can protein powder and 15 over recipes. That's pretty cool to me. Now for the ice cream. To a blender, add in 440 grams of fat-free protein milk, 5 grams of vanilla extract, then 15 grams of vanilla whey protein powder, and 15 grams of vanilla casein protein powder. A pinch of salt because it brings out the vanilla flavor, and our secret weapon for creaminess, a tiny half-gram pinch of xanthan gum, which makes this thicker and reduces ice crystals. Sweeten up with around a tablespoon of sugar-free maple syrup. My protein is pretty sweet, so this is all I need. Blend that until it's perfectly smooth and pour it into your Ninja Creamy pint. You can just mix this in the pint with a milk frother, but I don't really have a good one, so I like to blend. Freeze this overnight and honestly make multiple pints because I promise you, you're gonna want more. Okay, set a timer for 24 hours because the wait is brutal. While you're waiting, maybe check out my cookbook. I got so many new recipes in there. It's gonna put dieting on easy mode. You'll love your diet while reaching your fitness goals, and there is honestly no better feeling than losing weight on a sustainable, enjoyable diet that never causes you to rebound and gain the weight back. Next day, the magic happens. Run the outside of your frozen pint under hot water for 60 seconds. This helps loosen the ice cream from the sides of the pint, lock in your creamy, and spin it on light ice cream mode. I've tested all the functions out, and this one is the one you want for this ice cream. It gives that dense yet airy texture that you want. Once it's done spinning, make a hole down the middle. My roommate usually does this part. He always takes this pint to his room. This is where the cookie dough goes in. Use a quarter of the batch we made, which is 1 serving. Press it down gently and then cover the hole back up with some ice cream. Walk the pint back in, run the mix-in mode, and watch the machine distribute the cookie dough throughout the entire ice cream. Thick, glorious globs of cookie dough in every single bite. This is genuinely one of the best things I've ever made. Yo, bro, come here. I'm about to give you half of the ice cream. Take this. Cheers.
Cheers.
Give me that reaction. First bite.
Shut the fuck up. What else? Oh, crunch wrap. Let's do this.
This is the number one way I
Guac. Oh, that's funny.
know how to not only protect wealth, but grow it. Even in
There's no reason you need to be eating Taco Bell Crunch Wraps when you can make these homemade Crunch Wraps that have more than double the amount of protein as Taco Bell, and they only take 20 minutes to make. I grew up eating Taco Bell, and every time I went there, I wanted one thing and one thing only, a Crunch Wrap Supreme. It is by far the best thing on the menu, except the macros are absolutely terrible. Taco Bell does not care about your calories. I do. I'm going to show you how to make a Crunch Wrap Supreme that's way, way bigger for less calories, way more protein, and way less fat. So let's start with the lower calorie tostada. If you buy a tostada from the grocery store, it's deep fried, and it can be 75, 80, 90, or even 100 calories for a small tostada. We're going to slash that in half and just use a single corn tortilla. Get the lowest calorie corn tortillas that you can find in your grocery store. Throw them on a plate and do a quick spray with spray oil. Flip over and do a quick spray again. Do not spray like crazy, just a quick spray. That's going to minimize all the calories of oil. And then take these and throw them in your air fryer and put them in 350 degrees for 10 minutes. But wait. These things are gonna fly all over your air fryer, because the air is circulating them, and corn tortillas are super lightweight and thin. So put something on top of your corn tortillas in the air fryer. I'm gonna take this metal rack and throw it right on top and put it right back in the air fryer. Then they're not gonna fly away. While the corn tortillas are cooking in the air fryer, let's get started on the ground beef. You wanna use 93.7 ground beef. 96.4 can get a little bit too dry, even though it has more protein and less calories. And anything under 93.7, it starts to get into the high calorie range, especially when you go 80-20 or 70-30. Get a nonstick pan and throw it on a high heat. Once it's on an 8 out of 10, let it sit for a couple minutes until it gets nice and piping hot. And then take your ground beef right out of the package and slap it on. Don't even break it up. I know you want to play with your meat. Self-control, do not play with your meat. You can play with your meat at night. Let it sit there, and 4 minutes later, it is ready. Take the entire block and flip it over. You will see such a nice, beautiful char. Oh my God, this makes me so happy. This is when you start chopping up your beef. Keep it on a high heat and chop the shit out of it. You want to cut it into really small pieces. Remember, it's ground beef. The smaller the pieces that you can cut it into, the better. We are 8 minutes into cooking this beef, and the corn tortillas are almost ready. The last thing we want to do, get 2/3 cup of water and pour it all over your beef. Go to your grocery store, go to the Mexican aisle. You will see tons of taco seasonings. There's spicy ones, there's not spicy ones, there's high sodium ones, there's lower sodium ones, there's different brands. Pick whatever one you want. They're all around $1. Now rip open that packet of taco seasoning and pour it all over your ground beef and water mixture, and then mix everything together. The taco seasoning has starches in it that's gonna thicken up the juice and make this a nice thick sauce. So mix everything up together and let this simmer on a low heat, 4 out of 10, for around 3 to 4 minutes until all the water has evaporated and you have a thick sauce in your pan. Once the sauce is thickened up, take your beef off the heat and put it into a bowl and let it cool down for a few minutes. This is 1 pound of ground beef. This will make 4 crunch wraps. Our tostadas are ready. Take it out of the air fryer and look how crispy these are. It is insane. Barely any oil. Let them cook 350 for 10 minutes and they turn out so freaking crispy. Next up, let's get sauced. Throw 240 grams of Greek yogurt in a bowl. We're not using mayonnaise. We're not using sour cream. We're using Greek yogurt because it is so high protein. low fat, it's the best. It's gonna give you all the creaminess you want without all the calories. Toss in a little bit of garlic powder in here, toss in a little bit of onion powder in here, toss in some salt, but I wanna make this red and I wanna make it a little bit spicy, so throw in your favorite hot sauce. It doesn't matter what you want, sriracha, Tabasco, Cholula, throw in that hot sauce and mix. It's missing something. A little bit of smokiness, smoked paprika. It's the best seasoning in my pantry. Let's talk tortilla. That sounded Italian. I'm using regular ass tortillas, giant burrito sized flour tortillas. These things are 210 calories per tortilla. We got the taco meat, we got the sauce, we got the crispy tostadas, almost oil free. Lettuce and tomatoes. I chopped up cherry tomatoes. You can use whatever tomatoes you want. These are our fresh vegetables. And then burrito sized tortillas. These things are absolutely massive. Get the biggest ones you can find at the grocery store. Time to assemble the crunch wrap. Take a flour tortilla and place it in the center. We're gonna throw in 10 grams of Mexican blend cheese at the very bottom. Our beef is gonna sit on top of it. That's more than 10 grams. I'll take some out. Now 100 grams of your ground beef goes right on top of the cheese. Now take your crispy corn tostada and place that on top. If you never know how big to make things, make it the exact same size of your corn tostada. Okay, now, fat spoonful of sauce right on top of the tostada. Spread it on. A little bit more. Why not? Get it extra creamy, baby. Some tomato. Guess what I forgot? I forgot to put salt in the sauce. That's okay. Salt now. Get that lettuce and throw it on. A little bit more. And then sprinkle on some more Mexican blend cheese. And now we wrap. Okay, watch carefully how I wrap this. Okay, you take one side and you put it like this, okay? And then you take this, you wrap it like that, and then you take this, you wrap it like that, and then you take this, you wrap it like that, and then you take this, and you wrap it like that, and then you take the last little flap, take that, and you wrap it like that. Now, just press and hold this. We're gonna grill it up. Check out my fat loss cookbook, over 100 recipes, and I'm constantly updating it. And when you buy it once, you get all future updates for free. I lost over 100 pounds and I went from looking like this to looking like this. If you want me to personally coach you one-on-one to help you get in the best shape of your life, hit the link in the description down below. Get your pan on a 6 out of 10 heat, and you know it's hot when you take some water on your hands, splash, splash, splash. If it evaporates pretty quick, it's hot. Now take your beautiful crunch wrap. This side has to go down. Careful, careful, careful. Throw it down and just press. If you want to get a nice good sear, take a plate or anything heavy and just throw it on top and just let it sit for 2 minutes. Get that bottom a nice sear. Be careful, the plate is gonna be hot. Do not just touch it with your bare fingers or you will get burnt. Take it off. This is 3 minutes later. Get a spatula underneath that thing and give it a good flip. Oh, that is perfect. Now let that sit for another 2 to 3 minutes. Let that other side get nice and crispy. When this is done, take it off the heat onto a wire rack. Oh no! Throw it on a wire rack, let it cool. Let's slice open this bad boy. You got the cheese melted on the bottom of the top. That cheese crust, amazing. These crunch wraps are 544 calories, 40 grams of protein. Taco Bell crunch wraps only have 16 grams of protein, more than double. 50 grams of carbs and 20 grams of fat. All right, bro. A little crunch wrap supreme. I burnt this one a little bit extra. A little extra crispy, a little carcinogens. Making me stronger, you know? All right. Cheers.
Cheers. Really good, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Beef is so good.
Homemade tostada. Listen to the crunch. Another bad crunch. I microwaved it, okay? I've been trying to take a thumbnail for like 30 minutes. Listen to the crunch, okay? It's gonna be crunchy. I promise you the crunchy tostada is crunchy. Just don't wait 30 minutes. When you get Taco Bell, bro, it comes in like a little bag and you like take it home. And then it's been clapped, bro. It's like so mushy and soft. There's no crunch in that, okay? This has more crunch than Taco Bell. And it wasn't in a bag. What's your favorite thing at Taco Bell, bro?
Fiesta potatoes, bro.
Dude, those are so good. Let me know what crunch wrap you want to see me make next. Breakfast crunch wrap with a little hash brown eggs. I can do that. Dessert crunch wrap. That'll be crazy. Let me know. If you saw my last